This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now out come the Steelers. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Goes underneath for Bell. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Hey, we out there?
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. This is intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Oh, good move. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Focus, focus. Let's go, let's go.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Roethlisberger keeps it. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Brandon, 3rd and goal from the 1, and they go quarterback sneak, and they expected a surge up front. The surge came from the defense.
Yeah, it looked like there was no surprise defensively. They were ready.
Yeah, totally stacked it up, unable to get it on 3rd down.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And Boswell's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And now here comes Kansas City. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up.
There was no shyness there pushing the ball downfield, but I like the coverage on the play. In good position. And when you have a 50-50 ball, who's going to come down with it? I like the way that he made the play, came across, and knocked it away.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 58 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Let's go, let's go.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Justin Houston coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Jack 16. Left, what's that?
Roethlisberger will throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. The wind is at his back here in the second quarter. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now here comes Kansas City. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's complete to Chris Conley. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for KC. 41 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
What are you doing?
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go now. Left, blue 45. Left, blue 45.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. T.J. Watt, first-round pick a year ago there defensively for Pittsburgh. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Black 58 rail. Everyone's got 4. 4 down. Left. Ready. Blue 45.
Mahomes now on first down. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt.
Here we go now. Green 39. Hunt.
He's going to get it running right. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Tight end right. Right, sir. Right, sir.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Roethlisberger now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Roethlisberger. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now it's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Washington. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he finds McDonald. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Roethlisberger. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Ben Roethlisberger with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Boswell good with the extra point, and this is now a 1-point game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Mahomes going to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Slow. Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Mahomes now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Left, 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 left. Ready. Ace, green, 90. Green, 90. Slow, slow, slow. Slow, slow, slow.
On first down, Mahomes. Finding room inside the 40. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
Green, 90.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98. Slow, slow.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Hey, boys, got 4. 4 down. Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. And some room to work. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first.
Let's go. Here we go. Watch 7. Watch 7. Watch 7.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He's going to look deep down the field. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Buying time under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And Boswell's kick is good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes able to shake, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Ryan Shazier not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Caught here by Conley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Three down. Check 27.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They run again with Hunt. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run it now. This is Chuck Kendrick West. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. This is West. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Holding on to the football. Becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
Four down. Check. Four down.
They'll go again with Bell. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Four down. Check.
Hurry up. Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Roethlisberger now 14 out of 17, 82%. And it's 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Hurry up. Let's go.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's McDonald. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. Here's the fullback. This is Roosevelt. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
First carry for James Conner. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes this a 9-point game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good...
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
8. Let's go.
Watch 84, watch 84.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Go 30. Let's go.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10.
Set. White 80.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Reggie Ragland in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So While it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They run with Hunt, and not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. To throw, it's Mahomes. Hard throw, incomplete. And not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Guys, check me out. Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Let's go.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
4 now.
Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Sometime in this 4th quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
Let's go now.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Black, one side. Black, one side.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Let's go. Black, one side.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Mahomes now to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he finds Jason Morrow. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. They go play action here on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Z!
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
Black 58 rail! Black 58!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation. It didn't.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
Flush to his right. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Let's go.
On the counter, here's Bell. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
No game on the play.
Let's go.
Even. 4 down. Even.
A give to Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. There's the turnover you said that they needed at the beginning of the quarter. Now, does it come too late? That's the question.
Well, we're about to find out, aren't we? But at least they gave themselves a chance.
Yeah, they've got the chance. Need a pretty quick score and then an onside kick.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Ready! Green 90! Green 90! Left! Z!
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a second down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on a slant. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
Left. Check him out. He's going to sit right over the middle. Watch the middle.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On first down, Mahomes. Conley's got it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Mahomes going to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Butker now to kick this one away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use him all the way through.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A lot of scoring